Hi friends, good morning and good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about how to use string ellipses or string args in the Java applications. And also I am going to show you what is the difference between instance method and string varargs or string ellipses. So let's consider going to start the application. So I have already created the class name is string ellipse, and this is the main method, and I am going to create some instance static method, public static void and read data, doesn't take any parameters. So I am displaying the sysout with same method name. So how can we call this static method? So there are two ways to call the static method. That is, we can use the class name dot. What is the class name here? Class name dot particular method name. So this is the one way we can call, and one more thing is we need to call directly the same method name without creating any instantiation. First one is the call the static method using the class name, another one is directly we can replace without creating the instance of particular class level. So I am removing this class instance method, I am directly call this method. Let's run this application. So whatever the output is there, it will be displaying. So next I am going to show you how to create string varargs or string ellipses in our application. So let's create another instance method, public static void read values. So how to pass the string ellipses? This after creating the method name, the first argument data type as string. You can declare string ellipses means you can define 3 dots followed by the variable name. I am creating the sysout, so showing the difference which method is calling. Read values, and these are I am going to iterate these values using the for each. So I am displaying those values. String varargs I am calling represent the S here. So here this is the declaration of string varargs. This must be a string data type, and which have displayed how to define string ellipses. We can define 3 dots followed by the variable name. So how can we call? So considering when you're seeing this method, we need to pass number of arguments. So if suppose I am not passing any arguments, so it isn't showing any compilation errors. So again, if I want to pass one more argument, hi, so it is also doesn't showing any exceptions. So again I am passing 2 more arguments. So it is not showing. So based on this situation, it is specifying that whenever we declare in the string varargs or string ellipses, we can pass as many number of arguments. So end user, if doesn't know about how many arguments we are passing, then that scenario we can use string varargs concept. So let us run our application, whether it is reading those values or not. So first of all, it's running the read data from the static instance method. So second one, I am passing the string argvags, which is doesn't passing any args. So it will also considering, because it is reading the read values, and this argvags doesn't have any values, means this loop is not executed. The second time, read values, I am passing single parameter. So it will be taking these read values. So it will have one argument, means it will be iterating these values, read values using the string varargs high. So it will be accepting the single arguments. So second one, I am passing the two different arguments again. So again it will be read these values, it will be taking the two values r and hello. It can be iterating this for it loop and iterating displaying the values. That is the major difference between how to use string varargs in the Java application instead of creating the as many methods using read data instance. For example, here I am passing the read data instance. Suppose if the user want to create read data which is accepting the two more arguments, means it will not work. We need to create one more arguments. That's why we need to use string varargs methods. That is the one thing. So again I am going to show you what are the thumb rules we need to use whenever we are using the string varargs in the Java application. So first of all, let us consider this I am considering this method. This string args values must be present at the last argument. If suppose I am passing read arg values int a, this way it will be accepting. So suppose if I am not providing string this read values method, if I want to provide one more ellipses, so it will be showing some compilation errors, because those whatever we are declaring, these ellipses must be present in the last, and this that read value method doesn't have two string vararg ellipses. So it must contain only one string varargs value at present in the last only. So I am going to show you all those differences. So let us control Z. So if suppose I am passing one more argument here, int a. Okay, so this is showing a compilation, means you can pass some values, you can ignore these things. I am going to tell what is the rules. So I am passing string ellipses first, and I am passing the variable next. So rule of varargs is the string varargs must be present in the last argument in the method. So it must be present in the last argument in the method only. So I am going to define here. Okay, this will be accepted. If suppose I want to declare two more args, where args, what happen? It will not compile, because any method which doesn't have two string varargs, so it contains only one string arg, it must be present at the last parameter in the method. These are the two thumb rules I have to remember. Please provide your valuable feedback, and whoever new to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.